Today we're going to talk really quickly about how to put together your process paper, annotated bibliography, and your title page. The first thing we're going to talk about is your title page. This is the NHD rulebook that you all have access to in the resources. The title of your entry, your names, the contest division, which you're all senior division, and the category in which you are entered, documentary, website, etc. The last thing that needs to happen on your title page is applicable word counts. So your process paper is something that you have to have the word count, and then if you are writing a paper, you must also have the word count. These sample title pages tell you exactly what to do. So for example, notice if you're writing a paper, you'll have the title, your name, your senior division, historical paper, paper length, and then your actual word count. That word count does not include your annotated bibliography, and if you are writing a paper, you also do not have to write a process paper. The other examples are group exhibit, individual performance, and individual documentary. All of your other title pages will have the link of your process paper. Speaking of process papers, your process paper has to answer 4 questions in 500 words or fewer. How you chose your topic, how you conducted your research, how you selected your presentation category and created your project, and finally how your project relates to the NHD theme. When judges are looking at different products, sometimes they're too close, right? The quality of research is the same, the quality of the work that they have created is the same, and after that, it comes down to your process paper. Your process paper needs to be engaging and interesting. When you look at the question, how you chose your topic, you don't want to just say, I picked a topic off the list because my facilitator made me, right? You want to show that you are actually engaged and interested in the topic that you chose. When it talks about how you conducted your research, you're not just going to say, I did a Google search and found some information. All of you have done high quality college level research for this project, and you should point that out. If you are doing a performance, remember that your direct quotes that you use won't actually be in your they'll be in your script, but your judges won't actually know that. So a really good place to let them know that you have direct quotes in your script is to do that in the process paper. The annotated bibliography is kind of the next step, and the only thing that I really want to talk to you about today is formatting. You have all of the necessary information for your annotated bibliography if you've been following the steps. The annotated bibliography is required for all categories, and you'll notice it says list only those sources that contributed to the development of your entry, or sources that provided usable information or new perspectives in preparing your entry. When you look at the way you format it, you're going to make sure that it's in alphabetical order, and you're going to make sure that you separate your primary and secondary sources. When you look at the examples, which I have one for you here, you'll notice that the first line is not tabbed and the second line is. Then there is information about how the source was used. This is exactly what it should look like, and it should also be in alphabetical order by the first word in the citation. This one's formatting is really weird. I don't know why there's so much space between all of these, so make sure that yours doesn't have that. All of the fonts should be the same. There should be no blue hyperlinks. They should all be black. If you look at this one, this is from a group last year, and I wanted to show you how to actually make this tab work, right? So I'm actually going to erase the number. Then what happens is this arrow and horizontal line is going to be how you do it. So your cursor is on the first line. You select the left indent, which is the arrow, and you drag it to the halfway point, right? 0.5. Then this horizontal line on the top, you take it and drag it back. There might be an easier way to do this. I just haven't figured it out. So that is how you have to do that every single time. When you are doing this, I just want to show you one more time. You grab that arrow, slide to the half, grab, sometimes you can't grab it, grab the top horizontal and slide it back to the original position. And you'll do that for all of your sources. This process paper was from the group that went to nationals with the life and legacy of Archbishop Oscar Romero. Notice names, senior division, group documentary, process paper, word count. This is their process paper. They gave me permission to show it to you. Make sure that yours is formatted very similarly, right? You have 4 questions that you are answering. They have 4 paragraphs that reflect that structure. Their last paragraph really talks about why their topic is important in history and how it relates to the theme. And I think it's really important that you do a good job in that spot. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Also, I recommend that you reference the rule book in all questions that you have first, because the rule book is going to have your definitive answer.